Hi everyone, so over on my second YouTube channel called Popcorn and Earbuds, we are making a top 10 list, or just a list of 10 animated movies that we've enjoyed that, as far as we know, do not have any sequels. So basically a top 10 standalone animated movies. And so mine are in no particular order. My first one here is Sleeping Beauty. I think I mostly enjoy this movie for the aesthetic. If I remember correctly, Aurora has the fewest lines of any Disney princess, but I do enjoy the characters. Fairies, evil fairy, a dragon, kind of a medieval setting, a very dark aesthetic. It's quite entertaining if you like that kind of thing. I especially love the fairies. They're nice and funny and just adorable. I think it had that nice mix of the dark aesthetic with a little bit of cuteness, I guess. But yeah, I haven't seen it for a while, but it's probably one of my favorite, like, ones from Disney that aren't Pixar. Nothing beats Lilo and Stitch though, and like the regular, I guess you call it 2D animation, but yeah, I love the look of this movie. Of course, I have to mention Zootopia. And then you have Nick and Judy, total opposites, great pair. The movie had humor, and it tackled serious issues such as, fear and prejudice, and I think they just did a really good job of, teaching kids about those kinds of issues. They kept the seriousness of it, but still made it accessible for children to learn about. It's an unfortunate thing to make any kind of movie about, but it is a reality. And so I think it was really well done with the, animal symbolism and everything. And, other than that, like I said, the characters are entertaining, the personalities are believable. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's really well done. Next, we have Alice in Wonderland. I just love this one because it's fun and whimsical and unique, colorful, pretty lighthearted. I know it's not the most absolutely accurate one, but I have read the actual story, and the second one, Through the Looking Glass, it's been a while, so I know there are things that are from more like the second one, and then there are things that never appeared in this one. Like, would have been cool to see like the mock turtle, especially in this movie, with how well they did the animation and the characters and everything. But still, it's a fun movie. It's just one of those where it's not too serious and it's just fun and silly to watch. And I gotta watch this again eventually at some point, because yeah, I feel I watch too many serious movies, read too many serious books, and once in a while it's just nice to watch something a little lighthearted, whimsical, imaginative, all those things that you would think would describe a movie and a book like this. Raya and the Last Dragon. Beautiful colors, great artwork, a fantastic story. I love the mythology inspired type stories. I like dragons. I like vivid colors and nature and rain and all that stuff that's in this movie. Strong female characters, family, loss. The dragons funny and has a great personality. Not quite like Mushu from Mulan, but kind of that, I guess, in a way, comic relief, which I thought the dragon was going to be more mystical and serious, but, you know, I like that change. Beautiful dragons, just beautiful scenery in general. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. The visuals are great, the story is great, all of it. It's a fun, beautiful movie. Coraline is just spooky fun. And again, this is a book to movie adaptation. I had never heard of the book until the movie came out. And I seen like a billboard of the movie, and just the picture looked cool, and I looked it up. And so I read the book. I think the movie might have been out already, like maybe out for you to buy. But I decided I wanted to read the book first. And while there are differences, I want to say the book is slightly creepier in its story and its illustrations. Whereas Coraline here, the movie is a little more lightened up, I guess, for the movie. It's still fantastic, though. Animation is well done. The character of Coraline is portrayed very well. I like how she was voiced, how everything moves in the movie. You know, it's very imaginative, whimsical but creepy. They did a very good job with the other mother. Wybie, if I remember correctly, wasn't in the book, but he's an interesting add-on to the movie. So yeah, it was fun and creepy and just really well done. I think it's one of my more well-liked book to movie adaptations, because I am a reader and I get very picky. But yeah, I think Coraline was really, really well done. Alright, so next we have Turning Red. Apparently some people had issues with this movie because they thought it was too mature for its audience. So the main character in this movie is 13. She is a 13-year-old Chinese-Canadian girl. And basically the story goes is, in her family, all the women have been blessed / cursed to turn into a red panda when they are very emotional, like angry, excited, sad. And what happens is her mother, when she turns into the red panda, obviously she tries to hide because she don't know what's happening. She doesn't understand why she's a panda now, a red panda. So her mother mistakenly thinks that she has started her period. There is a scene where the mother tries to bring her, they were like pads or tampons, to school, and she kind of gets embarrassed and everything, then turns into the panda, and of course her mother finds out and tells her about the family blessing / curse. And so it basically is about a young girl dealing with the relationship between her mother, puberty, friends. I liked the friend group. They were supportive. They really did seem like kids. The relationship between the mother and the daughter, it wasn't like she hated her mom, but you know, they didn't always see eye to eye. And again, it's a movie about puberty. It's life. Pretty much everything was realistic except the fact that she turned into a red panda. And You know, it's kind of upsetting that people are upset that a movie is addressing something that actually happens to young women. But it is what it is, I guess. I mean, there was nothing graphic in that movie at all. And the character, again, is 13. Most people I know, um, women or people who have periods started much earlier than that. But yeah, it's a fantastic movie. Really fun. Go see it. Go watch it. Corpse Bride. It is funny and heartbreaking, very gothic. I love the aesthetic of this movie. I would say it's darker than Nightmare Before Christmas in its story and concept and everything. Yeah, music is great, fun, but it's definitely a mixture of sad and funny. I would say it's a little bit more dark than humorous. It's like gothically dark and heartbreaking with sprinkles of humor. But it's a fun watch, especially if you're into those types of movies. You know, the stop motion animation, gothic type, spooky stuff. I recommend it. And since I just mentioned Corpse Bride, I might as well talk about The Nightmare Before Christmas. It is a movie that blends Christmas and Halloween. How could you not love that? It is unique and spooky, very gothic, much like The Corpse Bride. This one is less gothic in that way that Corpse Bride is. I get my ears mixed up, so I know every time something is from like 100 years ago or so and is very gothically inclined, everyone wants to say that it's Victorian. I think it might be from the Victorian era. That one is more of a period piece, where this one is more of, I guess you would say, alternate reality. Jack lives basically in Halloween Town, and beginning of the movie, there's a forest with trees where you enter in what looks to be like towns for Valentine's Day and Thanksgiving, and of course, Halloween and Christmas. So, somebody from Halloween Town, Skeleton, the leader of everyone, and these other spooky characters discover Christmas and things go wrong. So it's spooky and it's fun, and much like everything else, again, if you're into stop motion, this one's really well done. Much older than... Sorry, I was attacked by a cat. But yeah, if you like stop motion animation, gothic things, fun, spooky things, this is definitely the movie for you. I will say this one does kind of... I don't want to say drag, because I do enjoy the movie, but it does seem very long at points. Whereas, like Corpse Bride seems to move a little bit faster. This one just seems kind of long. Maybe it's the songs and stuff. But I enjoy the animation, the aesthetic, and everything. But just keep that in mind. It's not really as fast-paced as some other things are. So, but if you enjoy what I said, then go check out the movie. Then we have Brave. I seen Brave like a couple years ago, and it was really good. I liked the character. I'm always for strong independent characters, especially female ones. I like, again, that, while she has issues with some things that her parents are doing, her mother wants her to find a suitor, basically, because they're like a royal family, and I believe it is supposed to be set in Scotland. And so she wants her daughter to get married. The daughter doesn't want to get married. She's a little bit more, she's a lot more independent. Not in the stereotyped feminist, hating men kind of way. She just doesn't want to get married. It's not the thing for her. And she's a little, spunky and outspoken. And again, she loves her parents. She loves her mother, but they don't see eye to eye. And I like that kind of thing. I don't think because people have disagreements that they have to hate their family. And, her father is a good character. Her little brothers, they're fun. It's not one of those where she's like completely a slave to her family and she's got to escape and everything. It's more, she doesn't want to do this one thing, which obviously you understand why. It's not for her to get married. And, stuff happens, stuff goes wrong. She, if I remember correctly, wants to stop her mother with some kind of spell, and something else ends up happening to her mom. So it's kind of a story about family and magic, and I love the whole setting and the culture. I'm getting more into learning about different Celtic cultures, especially since I want to learn more about Celtic mythology and paganism and beliefs. And yeah, I just loved it. I loved the storyline, the look, everything about it was just perfect, and definitely want to watch it again. All right, everyone. So last one here is Encanto. I love this one. The songs are great. It's about family and, accepting yourself, I guess, in a way. It's colorful, it's whimsical, magical. Basically, it is about this family who, through tragedy, received this magic that protected them and gave them this magical sentient house, basically. And each time a child, I believe, turns 5, a room appears for them and they receive a gift. One of the characters, I think her name was Luisa, she gains super strength. And then there's Bruno, who was seeing like into the future, and other people that can make plants grow, and I think there was one that controlled the weather. And then there is Mirabelle, who unfortunately did not receive a gift, and a lot of the movie is about her dealing with, how she feels that her family views her, and her role in her family and her village, and the conflicts that come about, with her not having a gift versus everyone else having one, and how useful or useless she feels. And, it's about family, like I said, and, acceptance and love and all that other stuff. So if you haven't seen Encanto, there's just so much to it, and I really enjoyed it.